The 1970s gave us Santana bending galaxies with Black Magic Woman,
I've got a black magic woman, got me so blind I can't see.
Vanya All-Stars turning stages into hurricanes, and Jose Jose breaking hearts with every soaring note.
Por eso te quiero, por eso te adoro,
But that was only the beginning. From iconic anthems to overlooked gems, these are 10 one-hit Latin wonders from the 70s who disappeared without a trace. Number 10, Eres Tú by Mozedades Spain sent a soft breeze across global airwaves when Mocedades released Eres Tú, a harmony-soaked ballad that felt like sunlight breaking through stained glass windows. Emerging from the early 1970s Eurovision circuit, the song carried a sincerity few pop recordings could touch. By most accounts, even the group was surprised by how far it traveled, appearing on international charts, sung in school choirs, hummed in grocery store aisles, and blasted from transistor radios at family picnics. Behind the scenes, the band reportedly faced a tug-of-war with labels who were unsure how to market a Basque vocal group to a world suddenly paying attention. Although they recorded more material, nothing recaptured the global lightning Eres Tú caught in that single shimmering bottle. Even today, its opening lines can stop a room cold. It is a reminder of the moment soft pop simplicity ruled the world. If that was a gentle sunrise, the next one hits like a summer thunderstorm. Number 9, Suavecito by Malo Malo burst out of San Francisco with Suavecito, the Chicano soul slow burner often called the Chicano national anthem by fans. Built on velvety guitars, barrio romance, and harmonies that melted into the night air, the song felt like cruising down Mission Street with the windows low and the moon riding shotgun. Formed partly by Jorge Santana, the brother of Carlos Santana, Malo carried the same Latin rock fire, but wrapped it in smoother R&B textures. According to legend, their label expected them to compete directly with Santana, a pressure that reportedly created friction and unrealistic expectations from day one. Although the group released follow-up albums, none reached the universal embrace that Suavecito earned instantly. Still, every backyard party and old-school radio station knows what happens when that opening guitar lick hits. A generation exhales, different city, same rebel heartbeat. Our next artist carried the torch in their own wild way. Number 8, Maria Maria by Tony Ronald. Dutch-born but Spanish-raised Tony Ronald carved out a surprising 1970s Latin pop moment with Maria Maria. Brimming with glam-tinged swagger and radio-ready charm, the song made Ronald a household name across Spain and much of Latin America. Yet behind the scenes, his career zigzagged between languages, labels, and rapidly shifting musical trends. Most accounts say Ronald pushed hard for creative control. He insisted on producing his own material at a time when that was not common for rising pop idols. Industry insiders reportedly saw this as risky, and while his confidence gave Maria Maria its spark, it also complicated his follow-up releases. Nothing matched the reach of that joyful, heart-on-sleeve anthem. Still, for listeners of the era, Ronald's voice is tied forever to disco lights bouncing off club walls and the sense that any night could turn cinematic. The story behind this next cut still sparks debate among fans. Number 7, Si Señor Yo Soy de Rancho by Jesus Chuy Castro. Before regional Mexican music exploded globally, Jesus Chuy Castro scored a surprising 1970s radio splash with Si Señor Yo Soy de Rancho, a countryside pride anthem that blended ranchera fire with pop accessibility. Teens in border towns blasted it from dusty pickup trucks, While families in cantinas tapped their boots as Castro's voice rolled like warm thunder, Castro's career reportedly took a sharp and unexpected turn. Some say he stepped away to protect his privacy. Others say contract issues stalled further releases. Whatever the truth, his brief moment in the spotlight left a lasting echo, a track that celebrated rural identity long before it became a mainstream badge of honor.
Dudas en el pecho, es cierto que soy creyente y aunque estoy muy
Its legacy survives in shout-along choruses at family barbecues, and every uncle insisting, "They do not make them like this anymore." One of the top 3 songs literally saved a career. We have gone hard enough. Now for a slow burn anthem that hit the gut. Number 6. Amada Mia by Camilo Sesto, early solo period.
Es cierto que no todo ha sido amor.
Before Camilo Sesto became a household name, he had a brief early 1970s breakthrough with Amada Mia, a tender ballad floating between pop and bolero. This was before the mega stardom, before the world tours, and before he became one of the defining Latin voices of the decade. At the time, Sesto was still trying to convince skeptical producers that his dramatic delivery could resonate far beyond Spain. Legend says the recording session nearly fell apart due to budget issues, but when Sesto hit the climactic note, the whole room reportedly froze. Amada Mia became his first major radio spark. Surprisingly, instead of launching him immediately, its success was followed by a quiet period while labels tried to decide how to promote him. Of course, Sesto would later become an icon, but this track remains the forgotten ember from his earliest ascent. Quick pit stop. If these classics still give you goosebumps, hit like so more Latin fans can find this, and stick around because the top tracks are the ones that truly define the decade. If that was a whisper, the next one is a full volume shout. Number 5. No Te Quiero Más by Los Terrícolas, late career lineup.
Un beso al irte siempre me da.
Los Terrícolas were known for several hits across their career, but during their late 1970s lineup shift, they created one unexpected charting gem titled No Te Quiero Más. This version of the band, with new voices and a more dramatic orchestral pop approach, appeared suddenly and briefly reignited public fascination.
Y eres lo que más amo.
Backstage, however, their situation was far less stable. Member turnovers, rumors of managerial disputes, and shifting creative visions reportedly made it almost impossible to sustain long-term momentum. The song's success was almost an accident, a breakup anthem that listeners clung to.
Y solo tú puedes calmar.
During a period of emotional pop dominance. For many fans, this isolated hit is a time capsule. It recalls teenage heartbreak, long bus rides, and cassette tapes with handwritten labels fading in the sun. Turn the dial up. This next track set the sound on fire. Number 4. La Carta by La Revolución de Emiliano Zapata.
Tipo cambió, que ya no es el mismo del que conociste. Ay no, lo que no pasa.
Guadalajara's psychedelic rock rebels, La Revolución de Emiliano Zapata, sliced through the static with La Carta. Known earlier for their fuzz-drenched rock, by the mid-1970s the band pivoted to a romantic, softer sound. Against all expectations, this shift produced their biggest hit. The recording reportedly came together in a whirlwind of late nights, borrowed studio gear, and a last-minute arrangement tweak that gave the song its unmistakable tenderness. Fans were stunned. Was this really the same counterculture band they once moshed to success? Often creates its own problems. Internal disagreements over the new direction splintered the group. And La Carta remained their only mainstream triumph in that gentler style. Still, when those opening chords drift through a speaker, it pulls listeners back to forgotten prom nights and letters tucked inside denim jacket pockets. If that was thunder, the next one is lightning. Number 3. Lamento Boliviano, early version by Los Enanitos Verdes precursor band. Long before the 1990s rock version became a global anthem, a little-known 1970s precursor act connected to early members created the original version of Lamento Boliviano. This early take was raw folk-leaning and steeped in protest energy.
Nena, no te peines en la cama, que los viajantes.
It became a regional one-hit wonder before vanishing due to lineup dissolutions and political pressure. Reports say the band struggled with censorship and limited radio reach, making it nearly impossible for the song to travel beyond small circles. Yet, the melody survived. Musicians kept it alive because they sensed something powerful in its aching simplicity. This is the one that literally saved a career decades later when it was revived and transformed into the classic many people know today.
Que los viajantes se van a atrasar, y yo estoy aquí.
The original remains a ghost in Latin rock history. One song, one spark, one brief moment floating through cracked cafe speakers, mood flip. The next one brought disco shimmer into the Latin scene. Number 2, ¿Qué tal te va sin mí? By La Pandilla.
Me alegro mucho de volver a verte.
La Pandilla swept into the 1970s teen pop landscape with ¿Qué tal te va sin mí?, a bittersweet breakup song wrapped in irresistible bubblegum charm. With choreographed television appearances and magazine-friendly smiles, they seemed destined for long-term stardom.
Si quieres regresar a lo deprisa, hazlo ya.
But behind the clean image, the group was reportedly navigating strict contracts, exhausting schedules, and the difficulties of growing up in the public eye. Producers pushed them to maintain a youthful brand even as the members aged into adulthood. As soon as the image no longer matched reality, the industry moved on and the band faded almost instantly. Still, that single hit lives forever in the nostalgia of childhood memories. Roller rinks, first crushes, the sting of hearing someone say, "We are better off apart," for the first time. Before we reveal number 1, remember this. Our top track split critics at release and then conquered the world. Number 1, Oye Mama by Los Bravos, late revival lineup.
Una vida.
Los Bravos had already tasted international success in the 1960s, but a lesser-known late 1970s lineup produced one sudden spark of a hit titled Oye Mama. Funk kissed and filled with Latin rock attitude, the song electrified clubs the moment it arrived.
Yo solo quiero jugar con él.
Released in a period marked by fluctuating members and constant reinvention, the track shocked critics. Some praised its boldness, others dismissed it as too experimental. Listeners made their own decision. The groove was irresistible. Slap bass bounced off mirror balls, guitars sliced through smoky dance floors, and the lead vocal dripped with swagger. For a brief moment, it felt like Los Bravos were poised for a Phoenix-style comeback.
Cuando te sientas sola y te encuentres perdida.
Then everything fell silent, the lineup fragmented, recording plans dissolved, and Oye Mama became a lone beacon of what might have been. Yet the song continues to live in crate digger circles and vinyl collections, a cult classic born from chaos. If that brought back memories, tap like and subscribe to keep the classics alive. From arena-shaking anthems to forgotten gems, these songs prove why Latin music's golden era will never die. Next up, 10 one-hit Latin wonders from the 60s who disappeared without a trace. It is waiting for you on screen.